Hello and welcome everybody to today's 60-minute class. Today we're going to be focusing on opening up the front line of our body and working into a little bit of shoulder mobility. This kind of work that we're going to do is really awesome if you spend a lot of time sitting at a desk, or perhaps if your job involves lifting things up, or maybe if you're at home with your kids and you're spending a lot of time picking up your kids. So we're going to really focus on balancing out and really opening up through the shoulder area and the upper spine. It is still going to be a full body workout, and you're going to need two weights. These weights are 2 kgs each. Unless you're feeling really strong, I wouldn't go too much heavier than this. Cans of food will be totally fine. You could go 3 kgs if you wanted to, but make sure to listen to your shoulders, okay? This is not so much about blasting out a million reps as it's going to be moving through range of motion. So grab your props and I will see you back on the mat in a second. No distractions. Let's get straight into it. And good to see you. So we're finding a seated position to begin with. Again, if you struggle in this position, please sit on a pillow. Don't struggle here when you don't have to, okay? From this position, we're going to take our left hand down to the mat alongside us. So just the left arm. Okay, reach it quite far away from you. Allow your left elbow to bend down towards the ground, and you're just coming into a side bend position in the spine. Take a moment here to just check in with your right sitting bones, because I don't want you to side bend, but then your bum lifts away from the ground, because then nothing's going to happen in your spine. So we're going to reach our right arm up and over. And as the right arm comes up and over, I want you to push the floor away from you with that left hand. So it's if you're pushing your hand down and forward into the floor. And you'll notice that your shoulder blade scoops underneath you. Okay, I want your neck nice and free on that left hand side. Take a big breath into the stretch here. And then bring it up through center, lengthen up to the crown of the head, take it up and over to the other side. Welcome. Okay, so once you're on this side, guys, remember you're scooping your shoulder blade underneath you. You're pressing down into the floor. So get away from your floorboards, ground through that left sitting bone. Try and straighten out your top elbow. Inhale. Good, and then exhale, come up through center, swap on over to the other side. Okay, take a few seconds here. As you reach your side bend position, check in. Are both of my sit bones down? Is my shoulder blade scooped and underneath me? Have I got contact with the floor? And then you're going to come up and over and reach. Can you feel your left sit bone? Can you scoop your right shoulder blade underneath you? Can you push into the floor through that right hand? Inhale. Last time on each side. I probably said one more time about 2 times ago, but you know me by now. All right, taking that right sit bone to the ground, left hand presses down into the floor. Try and straighten out through that top elbow. Inhale. And exhale, bring it up through center and over to the other side. Last time on this side here, pressing down into the heel of the hand. Both sit bones really grounded. Big inhale. And then bring it up through center. Very nice. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Tuck your chin down towards your chest. And then you're going to kind of fold in on yourself. Walk your hands forward along the ground in front of you and take a few breaths into the back of your body. Relax the back of your neck. Really target your inhales and exhales into the back of your lungs. Last 2 breaths, breathe into the back of your lungs. Last breath here. Very nice. Lengthen up, coming into a nice tall seat. Good. Now from here, you're going to take your left hand and you're going to see if you can reach it behind your back. And you're going to see if your fingertips of your left hand can wrap all the way around you to the right side of your waist. And then you're going to interlock all 10 fingers at the right side of your waist, and you can really pull that arm through there. So some of you might feel like a mega stretch here already, in which case just breathe into it. For those of you that could take a little bit more, think about squeezing your shoulder blades down, so as if your shoulder blades could glide down towards the floor. Simultaneously tuck the chin gently towards the chest, lengthen up through the crown of the head. Let's take 2 breaths here, breathing into the front of that left shoulder. Just be mindful here, guys, that you're not hiking up the right, okay? We're trying to relax tension in the neck here. If you're happy just hanging out here, then just hang out. We're going to be moving into some neck stretches. So when it comes to neck stretching, you just never, ever, ever push too much, okay? Take it slow, take it gentle. Don't push too much, right? But if you wanted a little bit more, you could take your right ear slowly and gently towards your right shoulder. And you might start to feel like a pulling sensation on the left side of your neck. If you're again feeling something profoundly satisfying here, then just stay here. But if you wanted a little bit more, say for instance you're tighter in different areas, you could take your chin, keeping the side bend, you could take your chin really slowly and gently down towards your chest. So as if there was something on the ground that you just wanted to peek at. Take a few seconds here. If this is feeling really, really good and there's, kind of no massive feeling of stretch or anything like that, then you could start to draw tiny little circles with your chin, as if you were literally trying to skim your chin off of your t-shirt. Yeah, little teeny tiny circles, going for 4, 3. Try not to tense up the neck as you do this. 2, 1. Slowly come out of the position and unravel. And just roll out the shoulders a couple times. Cool. Other side. We're going to take the right hand behind your back, interlock all of your fingers. Now, some of us, and I'm just trying to imagine you guys here, some of us might end up here in this position, in which case you need to sit with your bum against the wall so that you can open up the chest. All right. So if that's you, please adjust your sitting position so that this can be possible. All right, so we're here. Take a few moments. Breathing into the front of your right shoulder. Squeeze your shoulder blades down like you were trying to pull them into the back pockets of your jeans. Nice. If you want more, you don't have to take more, but if you want more, left ear gently towards left shoulder. Make sure you're not scrunching left shoulder up towards your ear here. Just soften it down. Again, with neck stretches, you're never really pushing into them really intensely. The neck muscles don't like that. They tend to get tighter when we force them to do stuff. Alright, now if you're happy here, you stay here. Otherwise, if you want a change of scenery, you can take your chin down towards your chest. You're keeping the side bend though, so it's still ear towards shoulder and then chin down. Try and visualize that area that's stretching melting. Try and let go. And then again, if you wanted to add a little bit of movement here, the teeny tiniest little chin circles, as if you were literally just trying to brush your chin on the top of your t-shirt. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly bring your head back to neutral. And lock your hands. Shake it out. Awesome. From here, take your right arm across your body. So stretching into posterior deltoid a little bit of traps. Pulling and holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to take the same arm behind your back. So if you had an itchy back and you wanted to scratch it, you're going to use your left hand. You can press it down a little bit more. So here, try not to let the arms push you down into this kind of rounded position, but rather press your head gently back into your arms. Okay, so you're staying upright. 3, 2, 1, and release. Other side, left arm across, pull and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it up, scratch your back, support it with the opposite arm if you want that extra bit. Try not to flex forward, but lengthen up. Press back into that arm, at least gently pressing your skull back into the arm. Pushing that elbow down for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center. Good. Now from here, you're going to take right arm, cross it over the left. So you want to try and end up with the elbows literally kind of hooking into one another. It's a bit of a strange position. Then maybe, so it's right arm on top of left. Maybe you can get your palms or your hands to kind of touch one another in this way. So wrapping it all the way around. Don't fret if you don't get there. You can always stay here, but try and get to this. Right? Soften your shoulders down. And then tuck your chin down towards your chest, lengthening through the back of your neck. And I want you to take 3 big deep breaths and visualize your breath in the back of your lungs again. Visualize as you inhale that the length and the breadth of your back is getting broader on your inhale. So I almost want you to feel the breath push your shoulder blades away from one another. And then you're going to see if you can literally roll or kind of come forward into a little ball, into a little ball, into a little ball here. And again, breathing into the back of your shoulders, back of your body. So use your breath to create as much space as possible between your 2 shoulder blades. Lengthen through the back of your neck. And then slowly, guys, really slowly, we're going to come out of this position. And I want you to use your bottom arm, your left arm, to gently push both elbows up towards the sky. I don't want you to crank your neck up here, so you're still just looking at your forearms. But again, breathe into the back line. For 2 breaths again as you breathe, visualizing the space between the shoulder blades increase. And then slowly relax. Good, well done. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Other side. So left arm on top of right. Okay. And then see if you can get either your palms to touch if you've got really mobile shoulders, or maybe your fingers will just kind of wrap around the hand. Okay. Take a few seconds here and just check that you're not kind of stressing and hiking the shoulders up towards the ears. Allow the shoulders to relax. Okay. And then we're going to tuck the chin down towards the chest. Again, getting the length through the back of the neck. Squeezing your shoulder blades down. Find the breath here. Your breathing is going to facilitate the stretch. Then we're going to roll it forward into a teeny tiny little ball. 2 really big deep breaths into the back line of your body. One more breath. And then we're going to use that right elbow, so it's the bottom one that's gently, not massively or aggressively pushing the arms up, but just gently lifting the elbows up towards the sky. Keeping your gaze at the elbow, breathe into the back of your body again. And as you breathe, you can almost feel kind of like wings. Your shoulder blades splay apart on the inhale and draw closer to the spine on the exhale. One more breath here. Very nice. Slowly release. Well done. Just shake out those shoulders. Okay, straight away onto all fours. Here we go. So with the hands underneath your shoulders and the knees underneath your hips, I want you to connect to your finger pads. So these little, literally the pads of your fingers, right? You're going to push your fingers into the floor until you can see maybe your finger pads go a little bit white. Yeah, good. From here, all I want you to do is a gentle cat-cow. So you're going to round into your spine. We're going to pause in the cat. Let the head relax down. Keep your shoulders above your wrists here. Check that you've rounded into your lower back, so connect your belly towards your spine. Press the back of your feet into the floor. Push the ground away. There's a fire underneath your tummy. Lift away from the heat. Breathe into the back line. And without collapsing, slowly roll your shoulder blades back and down. Lift your sternum forward and look up. Okay, so don't crank your chin up, but just looking up. Pull your hands back towards your knees. So isometric pull through the floor and then round. Up, round, round, round. Cat, press down into the floor, through the hands, through the feet, lift the belly. Fire is burning hot underneath you, lift away from it, relax your head. Inhale again here in your cat. Exhale, shoulders roll back and down, lift through the sternum, lengthen your abdomen. Very nice. From this position, tuck your toes under, and we're just going to pull up and back into downward facing dog really briefly. Well done. In your down dog, relax the back of your neck. Press down into the heels of your hands. I want you to still feel the connection of your fingertips into the floor here. So almost like you're clawing through the earth. Press the floor away. Wrap your triceps, the back of your arms, down towards the floor. Good. And breathe into the back line of your body again. See if you can find that breath into the back of the shoulder blades. Three more breaths. Last 2 breaths. Last breath. Awesome. So you're going to look forward, guys. You're going to come forward into your first plank position. So adjust your feet if you need to, and just find a brief plank. Nice. Hover and hold. Push the floor away. Lift the back of your ribs up towards the sky. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Feel the fingertips clawing the earth here still, okay? 2 more breaths. On your next exhale, lower your knees to the floor, just your knees. Slowly now, you're going to allow yourself to lower all the way down to your tummy. Try not to collapse. So if you could, count 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way onto your tummy. Lift your kneecaps up away from the floor here. So I'm going to lift my kneecaps so that I can get the front of my hips onto the ground and untuck my toes. Cool. Take your hands down onto the mat. Yep, so my fingertips are on the floor, my palms are lifted, my elbows are up towards the sky. Lengthen your tailbone down towards the wall behind you. The further your hands are away from your shoulders, the less likely you're going to crank this into your lower back. Okay, so your hands nice and far in front of the shoulders, and you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades down, elbows wrap down. You're going to lift your chest up off of the ground. Hold this position here for a second. Okay, and I want you to just make sure that you haven't ended up with your shoulders here by your neck. So use your shoulder blades to scoop underneath you, press down into the floor, lift your heart. Inhale one more time in this position, and then slowly, like a piece of cheese on a sandwich, lay yourself down onto your mat. Well done. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. You're going to push yourself back up onto your knees, okay? Now coming back onto your knees, tuck your toes under and take a downward facing dog again. We're going to repeat that 2 more times. All right. So take a couple moments in your down dog. In down dog, guys, just make sure that your shoulder blades are not like squeezing in towards your spine. You want to think about pushing the floor away, wrapping your triceps down towards the floor. So there is space between your shoulder blades here. 3 more little pedals or breaths. 2 and 1. We roll forward into plank. Keep pushing the floor away here. Push, 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 push. Lift your chest. Press the ground away. Lift your heart away from the floor. On your next exhale, lower your knees down. All right, counting at least 4. Please don't collapse. Slowly lower your chest down, your whole tummy down towards the ground. Lift your kneecaps up so that you can lengthen your legs and get the whole of the front of the pelvis to contact the floor. Then untuck your toes. Tented fingers, so imaginary cupcakes underneath the palms here. Elbows up towards the sky. As soon as your chest lifts, those elbows need to end up pointing slightly downwards and back the way. Okay? So you're no longer with those elbows up towards the sky. As you lift the chest, elbows wrap down. Imagine you could draw yourself across the floor here, pull yourself forward just with that power of that isometric hold into the ground with the fingers. And then lower yourself down. Hands underneath your shoulders. Press back up to the knees. Back up into downward facing dog. We're going to do that 1 more time. Holding your downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Last 2 breaths. Last breath here. Roll it forward into your plank, holding your plank. Now, if you wanted to go straight down from your plank without coming to the knees first, that's totally cool. But if you're going to go for that, please don't let your lower back kind of arch on you as you go down. Okay, so as you come down, slowly, slowly, slowly towards the floor. Kneecaps lift up so that you can open your hips into the ground. And then untuck your toes. Tented fingertips, elbows up towards the sky. Lengthen the tailbone towards the wall behind you. Lift your chest. Now we're going to do a little bit of, it's called an undulation here. Okay, so you're literally going to create a spinal wave in this position. You're going to lower your tummy, lower your ribs, lower your sternum, lower your chin. And then you're going to press yourself all the way back up again, kind of like a wave. And down. And up. So you can be a little bit poetic about this. That's one cool thing about doing this away from one another, is that you don't have to be shy about really just going for it, you know? Last 3. And forward. So imagine the wave coming from your tailbone all the way to the crown of your head and then all the way back down again. Last one. Bump. And down. Very nice. Bring your elbows down onto the mat here. So the elbows are, or at least the forearms are parallel. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Squeeze your shoulder blades back and down. And I want you to imagine that you were pulling the mat back towards you, underneath you, right? So you're kind of pulling the mat back towards you, and that's going to allow you to lift your sternum. Don't crank your chin up towards the sky. You're pulling the mat back towards you, squeezing the shoulder blades together towards the spine. Squeeze your bum. Hold this position. Hold this position. Lengthen through the crown of your head for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly take it down. Hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself all the way back up onto your knees, and then you're just going to grab a hold of one of your weights. Okay, so one weight, and you're coming up into kneeling. Cool. So from here, guys, we're going to bring our left shin out in front, or left leg out in front. All right, and weight's going to go into my right arm. Okay, so the opposite arm of the leg that's in front. Cool. From here, make sure that your lower back is not arching. We're going to tuck. We're going to close the rib cage. We're going to go through a really slow shoulder circle. So I'm going to take the weight and I'm going to reach it forward and I'm going to hold. I want you to then imagine that you're trying to punch that weight into the wall in front of you. So it's protracting, kind of the same movement as you would do in a plank. Reach that arm forward and then take it up overhead. Okay, you can't see my hand anymore, but I want you to imagine pushing that weight now up onto the ceiling, elevating it, and then take your arm back, 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 back. Pause there. Squeeze your shoulder blade in towards your spine, and then take your arm down, down, down. Squeeze your shoulder blade down here. Okay, so you're going to reach it forward, reach for the wall in front of you. You're going to take it up, reach for the wall, the ceiling above you. You're going to take it back. Shoulder blade draws in towards the spine and down. Shoulder blade squeezes down towards the floor. Let's go for 3 more circles. That one was a bit fast there. I missed the protraction. So what I'm trying to do here, guys, is adding in a little bit more really focused shoulder blade movement into the shoulder circle. Okay. Last time. So you'll notice if you're going really heavy here, it can get pretty intense pretty quickly. Very nice. Changing over to the other side straight away. So other leg comes out in front, same direction here. Okay. So taking it down, and I've swapped arms just in case you didn't notice that, swapping arms. So reaching the weight forward, take it up, reach up. So you see that elevation of the scapula. I'm going to take it back. I want to squeeze and retract my scapula, and then I'm going to take it down. Here I want to depress my scapula. Forward, protract, don't just lean forward in the torso, it's the actual shoulder blade moving. Elevate, retract, that's usually a tough one. Depress, making it more fluid for 3 more. So it's always just kind of reaching for something that's out of your grasp in all 4 angles, I guess. Last time. Amazing. So we're going to swap back to the original side and we're going to change the direction of the circle. Okay, so I've swapped which leg's in front again. We're going to change to the other arm again, and we're going to change the direction of the circle. So first we're going to move our arm back. Okay, your pinky is going to lead. You're squeezing your shoulder blade in towards the spine here. Don't rush it. Really try and get as high as you can before you flip your palm till almost like you're throwing a cricket ball. Reach it up, reach it up, reach it up, reach it forward, and down. Good. Take it back. Don't rush that palm flip. Squeeze the shoulder blade in towards the spine. Hang out in that challenging range. Flip the palm, reach up, reach up, reach up, take it forward and down. 2 more. Take it back, back, back. Flip, up, up, reach, all the way forward. Last time. Take it back, back, back. Flip, up, reach, and forward. Good job. Swapping to the other side. Cool. Almost there. This stuff is weirdly difficult. From this position, reach it back, back, back. Hang out there. Squeeze your shoulder blade in towards the spine so you'll open up the front of the shoulders, squeezing down the back. Lift a little higher, then flip. Take it up, up, up. Elevate and protract and down. Depress. Retract. Oh, take it up. Flip. Up, up. Forward, forward. Down, down. 2 more. Retract. Lift a little higher. Up, 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 up. Forward, forward. Down, down. Last time. Take it back. Guys, watch the ribs here, okay? So don't let them just flare and pop. Up, up. Twist it. Up, 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 up. Forward, forward, and down. Great job. Awesome. Okay, so just take a few little gentle shoulder circles here. And we're going to take our weights and lie on our back. So all the way down to your back. So in this particular exercise, I think you've all done it before, just make sure that you're listening to the front of your shoulders. If the weight feels too much, don't push through it, okay? But you're going to be lying on your back with your hands with the weights reaching up towards the sky. Now make sure that your ribs are not flaring. So take a big inhale, and as you exhale, pull the ribs into the floor. Good. Well done. From here, you're going to inhale again into the ground. And as you exhale, you're going to reach both arms slowly back behind you. So the weights are not collapsing, your shoulders are really dictating the pace, and then you're going to bring your arms back to the ceiling, okay? So it's an exhale to reach the arms back, 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 and it's an inhale to bring the arms up, 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 okay? It's an exhale to reach the arms back, back, back. It's an inhale to bring the arms up, up, up. Cool. Now, we're going to do one more and then add on. Just make sure for me that the back of your neck is nice and long. And then end with the arms reaching up towards the sky. Take one leg up into tabletop, other leg up into tabletop, and just hang out there for me. Ideally, guys, the lower back is not massively imprinted into the floor. So you want to try and find a neutral position here in your lower back. Inhale again to prepare. Exhale, reach both arms back. Exactly the same movement in the arms, but holding tabletop legs now. Inhale to bring the arms forward again. Exhale to reach the arms back. Inhale to bring the arms forward. Exhale to float them back. Inhale forward. Guys, if you have a little bit of extra energy in you, add in a little single leg swap here. So as the arms reach back, one foot's going to gently tap the ground and then bring it back up again. And other foot then has a go. Nice. Let's try for about 6 to 8 more of these. As the arms come overhead, you want to think about reaching them behind you, reaching, stretching them up overhead. Imagine you were in a handstand position, or even in a downward facing dog position, pushing an imaginary floor away. Okay. 2 more. And last one. Super duper. Keep those legs in tabletop if you can handle it. From here, it's going to be a single leg stretch, both arms overhead. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, stretch. One leg forward. Inhale, bring it back. So as the leg goes forward, the arms are going to reach back simultaneously. And I know that you're keeping perfectly neutral spines, all of you. Please just make sure that you are happy with the lower back positioning. If not, you just take as many breaks as you need, okay? 4 more. Like this. So we're working quite deeply into our shoulder mobility, but getting a little bit of core action going here as well. Last 2. And 1. Well done. Bring it in and pop those feet on the ground for a second. Super. Great job. All right, we're going to do one more iteration of that. It's going to be one arm reaching back at a time. If you've got this space and your shoulders are strong enough, you could turn the arm movement not into just, you'd maybe just adapt it a little bit. So you could take the arm back, and instead of just bringing it straight the way forward, you can open it out to the side, draw a circle, bring it up, okay? Take the arm back, out to the side, I'm hitting the wall, and then bring it back up, okay? So if your shoulders are happy with that, then maybe give that a go. We're going to take the legs back into tabletop, bam, bam. All right, let's just practice the arms, getting the circular movement, one arm at a time. So I'm going to go with my left arm, I'm going to reach it back, keeping my ribs closed. I'm going to open my left arm out to the left without letting my pelvis shift, and then I'm going to bring it back up. Right arm out to the side, open, 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 down and up. Okay, your arm will kind of rotate as you do this, but that's cool. All right, now if the arm movement is feeling good, you can stretch the opposite leg out long and bring it in and out and in. It's super annoying having the wall nearby on that right side, but anyway. What I would like you to watch for here as you draw the circle in the arms is that your pelvis is not tipping. Five more. Last 4. And 3. I'm in like mega concentration mode right now. 2. Lots of coordination here as well. Last 1, kind of like trying to rub your tummy and pat your head at the same time. Well done. That was the last one. Take your feet down. Great job. Really great job. Okay, so we're going to roll ourselves briefly up into a seated position. Keeping both weights, you're just going to kind of stack them up and bring them to your chest, okay? Elbows are nice and low, and you're squeezing imaginary newspapers into the sides of your body. We're going to come into a brief C curve. So you're going to inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, tuck, roll off your sit bones onto the sacrum, hang out here. Okay, now try not to let your feet and your knees move, okay? You're going to rotate to the right, rotate to the left, rotate to the right, rotate to the left. Try and keep your big toes on the ground, pinky toes on the ground, knees parallel. Don't make it too big. 8, 7. Squeezing the shoulder blade in towards the spine on the side you're rotating to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back through center, and you're just going to put those weights down on the ground. Doesn't matter where. Cool. All right, now I'm hoping the shoulders are pretty warm. We're going to come into a position that not many people enjoy, but is really good for you. So you're going to place your hands down on the mat, ideally with the fingers pointing backwards, okay, because that's going to externally rotate your shoulders. Some of our shoulders are pretty tight, so if this position is a bit tough for you, you're going to turn your fingers to point forward. You'll see what I mean when we get into the main position. So open up the chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Don't elevate. Shoulder blades squeeze together and down towards your back pockets. Fingertips are in contact with the mat behind you. Okay, don't forget about them. You're going to try and lift your bum away from the ground, coming into intermediate bridge position. Good. And then slowly, don't let your bum collapse. Slowly, slowly, slowly take yourself back down. Giving your wrists a break. Reach your hands out in front. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, tuck. Roll of the sit bones onto the sacrum. Hold here. Rotate to the left. Rotate to the right. We're going to do one more each side. Rotate to the left. Rotate to the right. Very nice. Come up. Plant your hands again. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down. Tuck. Lift up. Press down into those heels. Lift your bum, lift your bum. Big toes on the mat. Hold in this position, guys. Please don't sink into your shoulders. Push the floor away. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower your bum down. Okay, giving the wrists a break. Take the hands forward, lengthen through the crown of the head. Tuck, roll off the sit bones onto the sacrum. Okay, you're going to rotate to the left. Rotate to the right. Rotate to the left. Rotate to the right. Time is flying today. Bring it up. Hands plant down. We got 2 more of these. Lift the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and down. Pick up your bum. Pick up the pelvis. Holding for 5. Press the floor away, guys. Try and really get your shoulder blades to meet behind your back. As if you had a really nice pen between your 2 shoulder blades and you didn't want to lose it. Don't know if that's enough motivation. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower it down. Taking the weights off the wrists, reach the arms forward, tuck, roll off the sit bones onto the sacrum. If you want a little bit more here, you can take the feet off of the ground, hover and hold, and then see if maybe you can rotate to the left, rotate to the right, rotate to the left, rotate to the right. All right, planting the feet, planting the hands. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. We're going to hold this one for a little longer, okay? When you're ready, bring it up. All right, now in this position, I want you to gently sway your weight, like so gently, guys, from side to side. So you feel a little bit more weight in the right, a little bit more weight in the left, a little bit more weight in the right, a little bit more weight in the left. Push the ground away a little bit more and see if perhaps you could think about reaching your right arm up towards the sky as you push the floor away through your left. Now, going up is kind of easy. As you take that hand back down, don't compress into the shoulder. So keep pushing the ground away through the supporting shoulder as you take your hand back. And then maybe swap. Open, slowly take it down. Keep pushing the floor away as you take the hand down. Maybe 4. This is when I can't see you and I don't know. 3. Almost there. Last 2. And 1. Take it down, lower your bum. Good job. Okay, coming off the wrists. Reach the arms forward. Inhale. As you exhale, come down. We're going to keep the feet on the floor. C curve. Well done. Rotate to the left. Bring it back through center. Rotate to the right. Bring it back through center. One more each side. Rotate to the left. Bring it back through center. Rotate to the right. Bring it back through center. And then you come all the way back up. Okay, so we're going to spend a little bit of time on our tummy. So if you need to adjust your screen or whatever, please do. Back on our tummy again. All right. So coming down, we're going to untuck our toes, making sure that you've gotten the most kind of exposure of the front of your pelvis into the mat as possible. So lifting up your kneecaps, really stretching the pelvis and grounding it down onto the mat there. Okay, you're going to reach your arms back behind you. Externally rotate through the shoulders. All right, so please guys, when you do this, make sure that as you think you're externally rotating, you can feel your collarbones getting longer. You don't feel your collarbones being compressed down. So play around with it until you're 100% sure you're externally rotating in those shoulders. Squeeze your shoulder blades again together towards one another and down. Inhale. Press your pubic bone down into the mat. And you're going to lift your sternum and your rib cage up off of the ground. So just coming into a little bit of thoracic extension here. Don't crank your neck forward. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Imagine someone was pulling your tailbone to the wall behind you and pulling the crown of your head to the wall in front of you. And we're going to circle our arms back behind us for 10, 9, 8, 7. Neck is as free as a bird. 5, 4, 3. Keep your external rotation. 2, 1. Reverse your circles. 10, 9. You should really be like, no, as soon as I said that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. So you can rest your head down. Okay, so the next movement that we're going to do is going to be extension mixed with rotation of the spine. I want you to try your best here to keep your pelvis steady. So what I mean by that is you're not going to let your pelvis rock from side to side. So keep it smaller rather than going too big. So from here, same thing in the upper body initially. You're going to lift the hands up off of the ground, externally rotate through the shoulders, lift up the neck, the head, neck, and shoulders. Don't crank your neck forward. Now, keeping your pelvis grounded on the mat. Look over your left shoulder and see if you can rotate to the left. So your left shoulder blade is going to squeeze in towards your spine. You're going to try and look as far back behind you as possible over that left shoulder. It's not your neck cranking that's going to let you look there. It's a rotation. And then come back. Other way, rotating to the right. And back. So just guys, make sure that you're not moving your pelvis left and right, and that you're actually finding this rotation in your spine. 8 to go. 7. Make sure it's not just your neck doing all the work. Find it in the shoulder blades. Find it in your upper back, in your mid back. 5, 4. Pelvis stays grounded. feet are on the floor here. 2, 1, and then take it down. Rest your hands underneath your forehead, take it down. Guys, we're going to repeat that, okay? It's the first time. I'm assuming you're probably just trying to figure the movement out. It's a bit of a strange one, but we are going to repeat it. Yay! All right. When you are ready, we are going to start again. I feel like the back of my arms are really burning. I hope you're getting that too. So, down on the ground, lift the hands, externally rotate through the shoulders. Pubic bone presses down into the floor. My toes are on the mat, all 10 of them, pinky toes included. Lift up the chest. Don't crank your neck forward. Okay, from here, how could you rotate into your spine? Rotate to the left. Bring it back. Rotate to the right. Bring it back. This is the same kind of initial movement that you would do when you reach your hand back to grab for your seat belt in the car. Okay, so that reach back. Reach back. 5 more. 4, 3. Keep the feet on the ground if you can, guys. 2. Last 1. And then take it down. Well done. Really good job. All right. We're going to place our hands underneath our shoulders, briefly coming up into a super quick cat-cow. Okay? Cat's going to feel really good after all of that. So shoulders above the wrists, we're going to round into the lower back. Make sure you actually are rounding into your lower back. Round into your mid-back. Round into your upper back. Breathe into that back line of your body. All right, coming into a neutral spine position. You're going to take your left arm, reach it up towards the sky, rotate. This should be easy now. And then you're going to take that same arm and thread it down, all the way down until your left ear is on the ground. Once your left ear is on the ground, tuck your chin gently down towards your chest and breathe into that left shoulder blade. One more breath here. Bring yourself out of the position. Right arm is going to reach up towards the sky. Reach it up. And I'm hoping in this position you might notice a bit more range of motion than usual. Maybe not. And then slowly take it down. Once your cheek or your ear is on the ground, gently tuck your chin down towards your chest. Breathing into that back line. And then slowly make your way out of it. Beautiful. The last position is going to be again on the tummy. We're going to be stretching out the pecs. Okay, so last position on the tummy, but this is like a really, really cool stretch. So you're going to have 2 options for hand positionings. You can either have your arm out to the side, or if you're pretty open in the shoulders already, you can go for this position in the side that we're stretching. Okay, so we're going to lie on our tummy. I'm going to take my left arm out to the side, and I'm going to go for the bent arm version. It's a little bit more intense. If you didn't want to go for the bent arm version, you want to just start with the straight arm version, then you would take your arm out to the side like that. Okay? So either this is a little bit easier, or this one for a little bit harder variation. I'm going to take my right hand, and I'm going to push down into the floor, and I'm going to try and rotate over my left shoulder. And I'm just going to hang out here and breathe into this position. I'm going to take about 4 more breaths here. If you wanted a tiny bit more, you could take your right arm and reach it up towards the sky just to get a bit more length across your chest. And you could draw little circles with that top arm. Just make sure that your rib cage isn't massively flaring here. And then we're going to reverse the direction of our circles. Beautiful. Slowly coming out of the position, plant your right hand down, come out of the rotation. Other side, exactly the same thing. So I guess I could angle myself a little bit better so you can see me. I'm going to go for the bent arm version here. Right elbow is in line with my right shoulder, right ear on the floor. My left hand is going to do the pushing so I can rotate over myself, stretch out that right pec. Just notice here if one side is like profoundly different to the other. A lot of the time you'll find your dominant side could be a little bit tighter. Okay, again, if you wanted that teensy-weensy little bit extra kind of length across the chest, you could take your left arm up towards the sky and you could draw tiny circles, teeny tiny, okay? 5 more in this direction. And then just reversing your direction. Two and one. Slowly bring yourself back through center. And we're going to take one shell stretch to end things off. So press your bum back into your shell. Breathing into your lower back here, rounding into the lower back. Well done, guys. Slowly walk your hands all the way back up. And you guys are done. So well done, everybody. I hope you guys managed that. Please let me know how you got on. But yeah, hopefully you're going to feel a little bit more open through the front. Good job.